is what it is. You want me to say, wink, wink. Okay, you win. Gee, you got me now. There's nothing I can do. I could beat you with my eyes closed if I had a pocket full of taxpayer dollars like you do. Because you're not good at what you do. If I had enough money, I could hire a whole team of private investigators that are very good at what they do. It could hang you in no time flat. You could follow your snitches around without them knowing it, track you, snatch your cell phone conversations and your falsified evidence right out of the air. I know it, and so do you. You know that that's true. I know that it's true myself, because I've read books by people who do that stuff, maybe one or two. Seen them on TV. Experts that spend their lives doing the right thing. Working for billion-dollar corporations, doing massive investigations with, you know, the real guys that are really good at what you think you're good at. What are you doing? Going out and strumming up straight trash, dope heads, send them into the store, paying them money. What is it? What you do? You pay snitches for their time because they're doing a service for the community. Because you tell them that they got to get the bad guy, which is supposed to be me. So you tell them to go into a bathroom and falsify a drug deal with me. All right. I have a uterus full of bleeding cysts. I can't have sex with anybody because it'd be a lot like scrambling an egg if I did. And you're trying to claim that I'm a prostitute, like you've done all along. Yeah, I think you can throw that one out the window because there would be blood all over the store. You had somebody going in the bathroom. I went into the men's bathroom to clean it and smelled nothing but cologne. I went out to find Gizmo that day. You sent your snitch driving a white truck to ask me if I needed a ride with his truck full of cologne to get people to talk to me. Because you're trying to say I'm a whore. I'm not a whore. I've never turned tricks. I don't do drugs. I don't do any of the things that you say. That's pathetic. You are trying to get somebody else to pretend to be me. You are spending money on top of money on top of money because you want to destroy me and my son. I know why. Because if anybody ever hears us in a courtroom to testify, you're going to prison. You and all your snitches are, and you're so arrogant that you don't even realize that it might not even be me that ever steps into a courtroom. And praise God, you know, that pastor, you know, that's arrogance on your part. That's you thinking that you can do whatever you want to, like you think you're invincible. You're not. You're not. You're doing this because you can get away with it. You're doing this because this is what you do. You're doing it because you can, not because you're good at it, and not because it's clear and convincing. You've told yourself that it is, but it's not. And you're so arrogant in what you're doing, in the miscarriage of justice, that you don't care who sees it, and you don't care if you make fools out of the police department in front of citizens in this country who see it and openly say, what the hell are those police officers doing? What the hell are they saying all that for? Why is that guy acting so strange if you don't call the cops on him? And I am people that are respectable, that work hard, really work for a living. That is stupidity on your part, and that's arrogance for you to think that you can do that and get away with it. Your level of incompetence at what you think you're good at is staggering. Because the big boys do it. You know, the ones you think that you're going to be like one day when you grow up. They risk their lives to do the right thing. To defend this country. And you wipe your ass with a constitution they fight for every fucking day. You are a scumbag asshole. And I'm not going to beg a shitbag like you for mercy because you don't know what that means. I fucking guarantee you, if I was one of those guys, you would have found your snitches in dumpsters, in pieces, for what you're doing. You would have been packing your children up and sending them to the four corners of this country in fear, if it had been up to me, and if I could have done something about it. Because if you go to the police and they don't help you, and I'm not saying that because I'm vengeful, the police, you, are supposed to defend this country. You're the ones that we're supposed to go to. You're the ones that we entrusted to protect ourselves and to maintain order in our society. Who are you supposed to go to? Are the people you've entrusted with that responsibility, or as corrupt as the criminals that destroy this country? How are you supposed to go to then? You don't have any choice after that, do you? It's self-defense, isn't it? It is. It's unbelievable to me. It is, but what I know is the truth. What I know is as right as rain. What I know is that I'm right and you're wrong. What I know is that I'm not guilty and I'm innocent. I know that my son is. I know that we haven't done anything to anybody. And if anybody ever needed anything from me, all they had to ask. But you don't have the balls to look me in the face and ask. Because you're too much of a fucking jackass with a badge. Just a fucking coward. And that's what it is, and that's what it is. But you're not going to get any help from me, asshole, because I believe in God. I believe in right and wrong. I believe in what this country stands for, and I know you're the worst thing that's ever happened to it. That's what I know, and that's something you're not ever going to change, and you're not going to change the truth. You see, if a tree falls in the forest, whether or not anybody's there to hear it, it still fell. That is the truth. It cannot be changed. There is no changing it. And it would be ridiculous for me to agree to any kind of terms where you make me beg and I stand in a courtroom and say that you're not a lying sack of shit. If you did it to me, you'll do it to somebody else that's innocent too. What are you going to do when they practice it on me and my son? You're going to move on to who? And how many other children are going to suffer, and how many children aren't suffering now because you're spending all this time on me and my son when you could be helping children who really need your help. That's not in anybody's best interest but yours and mine in your pocket. Who do you think you're kidding? You're going to hell in a handbasket, asshole, and you're not getting any help from me. You're going to do this, you're going to hang yourself all by yourself. Right? That's how that's going to go. I know what you're doing, and so does everybody else. Who the fuck do you think you're kidding? Really? Can't wait to hear the answer to that one.